you expecting a recession this year?
I hate to predict things like that. There is a period of transition because what we're doing is very big. We're bringing wealth back to America. That's a big thing. And there are always periods of, it takes a little time.
Crash because Donald Trump did not rule out a recession. So that's a very big departure. Usually he will say, "Oh no, I'm not expecting a recession." So bam, he said it's very hard to predict things. So stock market crash. So how much it crashed? Crashed 2.7%, S&P 500, Nasdaq 4%, Dow Jones 2.08% in one day, in just one day. I made over 1,700 over the past 5 trading days. So I'm gonna teach you what I'm doing during the stock market crash. And this stock market crash could get a lot worse in 3 ways. So how to survive Trump's stock market crash? I'm gonna show you 2 secrets that I'm doing right now that you can possibly learn. So I talk about 5 reasons why Trump crashed the stock market 3 days ago. So basically, one of the reasons is he wanted to push down the long-term interest rate. Long-term interest rate, it went down from 4.8 high on January 13 to 4.23. So today's morning, March 11. So it was 4.1 something yesterday. So it went down. So why did he want to push down the interest rate? Because they have to refinance their debt, right? Either they paid off their debt or they have to refinance the debt. So when you refinance the debt, you want the interest rate to as low as possible, right? So if interest rate is so high, you need to service interest payment alone. So you will be in a debt, like you cannot stay above the debt at all. So yeah, Donald Trump wanted to push the interest rate down. So it went down. So I would say it's a pretty genius move. So what do you think? Could it be he purposely crashed the stock market because he wanted to bring the interest rate down? Or maybe he just wanted to do some trade war with neighbors, and accidentally the stock market crashed and the interest rate went down. What do you think? Comment down below. And remember, so interest rate goes down when economy gets scared. If there's a recession, people get scared, so they start buying bonds. So the interest rate goes down because more people start buying bonds. So also, Federal Reserve gonna cut the interest rate if there is a deflation, right? If there's an inflation, it's very hard for the Federal Reserve to cut the interest rate. U.S. government has been cutting spending, right? They have been laying off people. So it's deflationary measure. So you cut spending, you lay off lots of people. So these people lost their job. They're not gonna spend so much. Hey, we need to save money because we just lost our job, right? So I'm not sure how long it's gonna last. Don't buy this. Don't buy handbag. Don't buy a TV. Don't buy a new car. So there's less demand. So that's gonna reduce the inflation. But one thing I don't understand is that tariff. And he wanted to impose 25% tariff on Canada and Mexico. Then after that, he postponed a month. Then after that, he said, on March 4th, yeah, it's coming into effect. 48 hours later, he postponed to April again. So why is he flip-flopping? Creating unnecessary uncertainty. Yeah, that crashed the stock market. But at the same time, businesses very hard to do business. So there are a lot less business investment. So in that situation, that's not good for the economy, right? If there is a tariff, inflation could come back again. And I think he postponed it because he doesn't want inflation to come back. But Ontario slapped 25% tax increase on US. Ontario Premier said, hey, Donald Trump, do not flip-flop, do not postpone, do not make things difficult for businesses. Until you drop tariff completely 100%, then we're gonna impose 25% tax increase on electricity, right? So it hurts Americans. Canadians are furious. So they're not gonna buy American products anymore. So I don't know what's the purpose of this slapping a tariff on Canada, and he just postponed it. Yeah, if he wants more tax revenue because he wanted to get the tax cut, it makes sense. Just put a tariff. Don't postpone it, right? Maybe something else. So what do you think? Comment down below. No news was usually good news, and Trump 1.0. So Trump 2.0 may be the same. So if we don't hear anything from him or anything, no news at all, stock markets become more assured, more certain. So stock market keeps going up. It's the same. It was the same in Trump 1.0. So I think it will be the same in Trump 2.0. Just don't create any news. Okay, so let the stock market goes up. But in case he wants to keep creating news and crash the stock market, so these are the two of my secrets that I'm using right now. So the stock market could get a lot worse. Okay, so pullback is 5% or more. They usually a few times a year. 3 types of crashes. Yes, correction 10% or more, usually once a year. So we are already past corrections. S&P 500 went down from the top 10%, Nasdaq more than 10%. So crash, we are approaching crash actually. If crash happens 25% or more down, so we could be in a bear market. But it usually happens once every 6, 7, 8 years. So the last one that we had was in 2022. So what do you think? Do you think we could have a bear market this year? Comment down below. There's a collapse, 40% more. So happened only 5 times in the history of the stock market. World War I, 1929 Great Depressions, and World War II, inflation, Vietnam War, and Watergate scandal at the time, and 2000 dot-com bust. And it could be really rare, but it's probable, right? Probable. So I will not rule that out completely, but I think it's very rare. If we have World War III, yes, definitely we could have a collapse. So if we were to have World War III, which country do you think is gonna start World War III? Comment down below. So what would I do? There are 2 secrets I will be doing. So if I have cash account or if I have a margin account, so my strategy will be different. So if I have a cash account, I will just DC it every week. So I will try to make so much more money anyway, more overtime or more part-time jobs, or maybe I would just stop drinking Starbucks coffee, or I will stop eating out, so just to save money to this year, because this is one of the best times to get rich, right? When everybody is so scared, you need to be greedy. I will take this opportunity to sell average or bad companies to put more money into great companies. Remember, if you bought an average company or a bad company, for example, if I bought it, what would I do? If great companies that I'm looking to buy is a little bit so high, it will be hard to put the money into those great companies. But I will sell my bad companies, because as long as I know that, oh, you know what, I should not have bought this stock, I will just sell it completely. But if the great companies stock prices, valuations are high, it may be a little bit hard to put the money back into them. But now all the great companies' valuations are down. So I will take this opportunity to sell average or bad companies in my portfolio and put it back right away into great companies. Because once the stock markets recover, the bounce from the great companies will be much better than average or bad companies. Bad companies, they may never recover the stock price. right? For example, I believe NVIDIA is a much better company than Tesla. Much better, and it's in a very right now. So if I were a Tesla owner, I always sold it long time ago because I knew I hit my price target. So I sold it. I knew the competition is heated up, and Elon Musk broke promises again and again. He said robo-taxi happening this year, but it never happened. Over and over again, he broke promises every time. And I knew that it's a car company, it's not a technology company anymore, right? So they need to reduce their price to compete with China. So after I sold the Tesla stock, they already started reducing their prices, so it's impacted margin. So I got out luckily. So yeah, so I believe if I stay on Tesla, this is what I will do. I will sell Tesla right now, and I'll put the money back in NVIDIA. Okay, this is what I would do. I'm not telling you to do it. This is not financial advice. Okay, so do I DCA? Yes, NVIDIA. This is my new account I created just to show you my new students. And I only had 200 shares at that time. Now 300 shares, right? 300 shares, 5,000 negative. It's all right. So I'll just keep it DCA. If it goes down more, just DCA more. If I have a margin account, I will get ready to deposit more money in the account. I will withdraw CD or commercial deposit and bonds to deposit in the account. And I may not sell great companies, right? If the broker asks for margin, maintenance call, what do they do if they want more deposit? If we don't give them more deposit, if we just sell the stock, it's not going to work. So they just want more deposit. So I will just raise cash to put more money into margin account. It can be quite stressful. Okay, but look at my portfolio from 2021. Overcame the bear market. Started at 14,000, ended up 242,000, 17 times. 17 times in 3 years. 3 years, until May 2024. So if you want to know my secret, if you want to learn more, you can go to Master Risk Stock Option Crypto, go to my playlist. And if you want to open a stock account, the link is going to be in the description and comment down below as well.